Hey there, guys. Yeah, so like I told you, I was gonna do a numbers video for the whole month of August. So, and just so you know, CPAP. I'll show you. I don't know if you remember, but I was telling you about how I can't edit my miles unless I know which state and how many miles in each state I ran. I'll show you what I mean on that. Maybe you can help me out, tell me what I'm doing wrong. But here we go. Alright, so here we have the month of August. My total revenue was $14,548. Revenue paid was $13,050. My expenses was $12,224. That's really high. Like I said, I had gotten a ticket, and this is how much my overweight ticket was. It was $2,370. I was 5,000 pounds over the trailer axle weight. Not over gross, but dummy me didn't weigh. So that is 100% my fault. We drove, let's see here, 8,241 miles. Not too bad, not great, but oh well. Miles per load, it was 305 average. Revenue per mile was $1.77. Revenue per loaded mile was $2.29. Expenses were $1.48, and the revenue per loaded mile $2.29. I think that's pretty good, being on a load board at 65%. I don't know. You guys that are out on the spot market, let me know. Does that seem like it's a good number for 65%? I'm not sure. To me, it looks like it's a good number for loaded miles anyways. Expenses per mile was $1.48. Expenses per loaded mile was $1.92. My profit per mile, which would be my take home, is 28 cents. That's really not that good. My profit per loaded mile was 37 cents. Obviously, I would have had a bigger profit per mile if I didn't have that large ticket that I had. It'd be up more, or it'd be closer to like the 50 cent or 60 cent take home, which isn't too horrible of a month. But keep in mind that my revenue or my expenses, I've also been trying to catch up on truck payments too, so that has $1,312. That's including my insurances and everything, and my maintenance account and everything a week. But yeah, so CPAP, this is what I need here. So where's my pointer? There it is. Alright, so if I go to my trips, I click on, well, we'll just do this one here. We'll do edit. Nope, that's not it. Alright, so go back to trips. And we'll go to view instead. Alright. So it says edit miles and then update miles, which when I click on update miles, it doesn't really do anything. When I click on edit miles, see, it wants me to do each state. It for some reason I can't do what you guys do and change that for some reason. I don't know. And if I click on update miles, it brings me to this page. Scroll down to, alright, here's the miles. It won't let me it won't let me click on it and change it at all. Let's see here. Maybe if I do this, I mean, it's the same thing. Yeah, I can't, it won't let me change my miles at all. For some odd reason, I have to know how many miles in each state. So I haven't really been able to put my exact miles in for that reason. If anybody notices me doing something wrong, let me know. Maybe I could change it all. But anyways, but yeah, that's my numbers video for this month. I'm planning on next month being a lot better. But it's trucking, so you can't really do anything. Oh, and then also in my expenses, I also had shoot, I can't remember how much the brake chamber was, but I also had a brake chamber that I had to get done, and then also a PM, but I didn't add those in because they didn't really come out of pocket. I took it out of my MMA account. But yeah, that's what my numbers video looks, or that's my numbers video here. Let's see here. Go to dashboard. And then another thing they could do is you could do profit and loss, which we'll do this here. I like this system. It's really nice. This gets into more depth, I believe, of how I'm doing. So let's do this here. The 31st. Generate report. Alright. So, if you look over here, this big long blue mark is your total revenue. This is your total expenses. I've obviously made more than I've lost, which is a decent month. But see, I also took out $476 in cash advances because when this went through, this ticker right here, I didn't have a settlement. So I had to pay bills and all that good stuff with that. Let's see here. Fluids, that's with that's mainly DEF. And fuel, $3,988. Reserve spots, $58. Truck payments, that's pretty fucking high right there. That's usually what I pay, because usually when I pay this amount, I have a lot in truck credits, so I could skip truck payments. But we haven't been able to do that since June, or May or June, at the end of May. And lately I've just been trying to play catch up. But yeah, my total profit was $2,325.62 this month. That's really not that good. Typically, here, let's see. I'm not going to show you July's or June's because of the fact that I was down for those months pretty much. But let's see here. We'll do May. May 1st. May 31st. Generate report. Alright, let's see here. I didn't do a whole lot in May, but still my with how much less I worked, I actually made more. This would have been a good month if I didn't get that citation. That citation was a killer. Now if we I'll show you another thing that you could do. You go to company overview. You go from the first, or the beginning of the year. We'll do the 8th here, and then this shows you how you've been doing for the year of 2018. So let's see here. January I didn't do so good. Holidays and birthdays, and February didn't do very good. March didn't do very good, which those are all winter months. I don't really expect to do good in the winter months. But coming up here, we got a 66-cent profit per mile. That's pretty good. That's after all expenses. 44 cents a mile. Not great, but it's not negative. 96 cents a mile. Now that was in, what month is that? That's June. So I only had one settlement in June, because I was down for the end of the month and everything. And July I made 74 cents a mile take home. I only worked 2 weeks, but pretty good still. And August, 28 cents a mile. So I'm not doing horrible, but I'm not doing great either. I'm not negative anywhere, and that's what I like to see. Now if we go to dashboard again, let's do this. Let's check out the whole year profit and loss. And we'll do till the 31st of August. So far I have made just under 99,000. Let's see here. My total expenses was 77,000. My total profit was 21,000. I know I could do better than that. We were down for 6 weeks, so you know, what can you do? I work my ass off to get a little pay, but once we get moving here and we're all caught up on truck payments, I'm going to not do extra to my truck payment, but I am going to do extra to my maintenance account instead, because I would prefer to have my maintenance account up there. My lease is up in May, but I plan on releasing this truck. I want to keep this truck. I don't want to go through, I just want to have the truck. I may pull out a loan for it and just buy it. It depends on how my credit is and how we're doing business wise, and you know, they look into all that. But yeah, that's our plan so far. And another thing is when you do release a truck like how I plan on it, now when that lease is up, it's still not considered yours. They still do a $5,000 balloon payment. So not only, I mean, you got to figure these people make a lot of money. All right, so let's go through it here. Now, somebody had this truck for a year before me. They had it for a year, maybe a little bit longer. There was 117,000 miles on it when I got it. So brand new, they were paying, I'm gonna assume about we'll say $1,000 in truck payments. Okay, $1,000 a week. That's $52,000 that they've had to pay this year. All right. Well, you take my handy dandy calculator here, if I can find it. I'm not, you know, I'm young, but I'm not into this whole technology thing. I get so confused with it. People look at me and say, well, you're 27 years old, isn't it in your generation? Yeah, but I'm a little bit more old school than my generation. I have a little bit more common sense. But anyways, so we take 710. We'll do 711 because it's 710 point something. So we'll just do 711. Well, I'll do times 52, which equals times 92.5 because I had it for 2.5 years. 92,000 that they made off of me, okay? Now you tack on that other 52,000. Alright, so after this lease that I'm doing now, that is how much they will have made off of this truck, off of the people that have owned this or have leased this truck, including me. Now, after that, if I want the truck, it's another 58,000. Oh, shit. How do I go back to... Let's see here. Alright, well... Son of a bitch. 1 second here, guys. Let me get all this shit back up here. Alright, so we'll tack on that 58,000, which equals plus another $5,000, which equals $207,430. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that they are profiting about $57,000 off of this truck, you know. And when you look at numbers like that, it's like, holy shit, a lease really isn't worth it. Now, which is true, but some people like me could go the other way. But let's subtract that 52,000 here. That's my number that I paid for the truck. Now that's the price of a brand new truck. And when I got it, it was a year old, so you got to figure it probably depreciated down to, I don't know, roughly around 110,000. I want to say, I believe. I'm not for sure, but I think so. So I feel like I'm paying $45,000 more. But what can you do? If this is the only way that you could start out, it's really not that bad of a way to start out. You learn, you make decent money. I know that I could do a lot better, and well, I hope this video was helpful to some of you. Like I said, CPAP, if you could help me out a little bit, bud. If you know what I'm doing wrong with editing my miles, I sure would like to get my exact mile rate. But other than that, I hope you guys all have a good day. Drive safe, and we'll see you next time.